What's up, everyone? Zane here. After weeks of chaos, protests, and unpaid workers, it looks like the longest government shutdown in U.S. history might finally be coming to an end. The Senate just advanced a major funding bill, but behind that headline is a web of political tension, finger-pointing, and backroom deals that almost brought the country to its knees. So today, we're breaking down what this bill really does, who came out on top, and how it could affect you, from your paycheck to your local post office. Let's rewind for a second. The government's been partially shut down for over 5 weeks, the longest in American history. More than 800,000 federal employees have missed multiple paychecks. National parks have been closed, court cases delayed, and TSA lines have been stretching for hours. All this started because of a budget standoff, one that quickly became more about political posturing than actual policy. On one side, Republicans demanded deeper spending cuts and stronger border control funding. On the other, Democrats pushed to protect social programs and prevent another debt limit crisis. Sound familiar? Yeah. Same story, different year. Now, here's the breaking part. Just hours ago, the Senate voted to advance a bipartisan funding bill, pushing it forward. It's not final yet, but this is the first real sign of progress after weeks of political gridlock. Sources say the bill includes a temporary spending extension through January, funding for critical agencies like Homeland Security and Transportation, increased aid for Ukraine. That's the part that sparked heated debate, and most notably, a freeze on congressional pay raises, which was added after public outrage. But here's the kicker. While both sides are claiming victory, no one's really happy with what's in it. Let's talk politics, because this wasn't just about the budget. This shutdown turned into a power play between the White House, the Senate, and a deeply divided House of Representatives. House speakers faced mounting pressure from hardliners in his own party, while Democrats were accused of stalling negotiations to gain leverage in 2026 midterms. Meanwhile, public approval ratings for both parties have tanked. According to recent polls, 62% of Americans said both sides share blame for the shutdown. And here's where it gets even more interesting. This could reshape 2026 campaign strategies. Expect to hear every candidate say they're the one who ended the shutdown, even though the public just saw another round of Washington dysfunction. So, what does this mean for everyday Americans? For federal employees, it means paychecks are finally on the way, but lost income from missed weeks won't magically return. For travelers, airports will start returning to normal. And for small businesses near government hubs, the reopening could mean the difference between survival and closure. But what is the biggest takeaway? This shutdown didn't just cost time, it cost money. Economists estimate it drained over $20 billion from the US economy, a hit larger than the entire GDP of some small countries. All that said, just because Congress couldn't agree on a budget, they'll have to renegotiate again in a few months. Because this bill doesn't fix the problem, it just kicks the can down the road. And if the same political gridlock returns, we could be looking at Shutdown 2.0 early next year. So while Washington celebrates a short-term win, the country's left wondering, how many times can we do this before people lose faith entirely? What do you think? Is this a step toward progress, or just another political patch job? Let me know your thoughts down below. I read every comment. If you want to stay up to date with real, unfiltered breakdowns like this one, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because there's always more happening behind the headlines. Until next time, I'm Zane, and this was your deeper look into the truth behind the news.